Okay, I often get asked, how did I get into trading? How did I become an investment bank trader at the age of 19? So I want to explain that story to you, give you some clues as to maybe if you're thinking about becoming a trader, what you have to do to get into this industry and get yourself a job. Of course, this was a different time. It was quite a few years ago, but I still think the main issues that I'm going to explain, the main situations and things that went to my advantage are things that will work today. So I was fresh out of school. I was 18 years old, and I had one goal, which was to work on a trading desk and become a trader. I deferred my university place. I went into the city of London, spoke with a number of recruitment agencies, and they all told me I was dreaming. Most of them said, unless you take other jobs, we're not going to have you on your books. And I just said, I don't want any other job but trading. If I can't find this trading job, I will go to university and I'll go on a different avenue. Now, there was one recruitment consultant said, I'll keep you on my books. I can't promise anything, but if I see anything, I'll let you know. And he got me my first interview, the interview that I needed. Now, the job itself, that was the lowest job possible on a trading desk. It was a ticket writer on a desk for a Japanese investment bank. The ticket writer's job is, as its name suggests, literally just to write tickets. When the traders did trades back then, it wasn't all computerized. When the traders did a trade, I had to write a ticket. I had to walk those tickets over to the middle office where they got matched in the systems that they were using at the time. So that was my job. These traders were doing hundreds of trades a day. I had to write hundreds of tickets a day, get in their way kind of thing, might write the tickets and take them off. A very unglamorous job, but I knew it was a foot in the door. I wanted that job. That's how I can get on a desk. Now, that was persistence. The next stage of my journey came down to luck. I didn't get the job. In fact, I was the second person on their list. But here's the thing, on the Friday evening, they were trying to ring up the number one person on their list. They wanted him to start on the Monday morning, and they couldn't get hold of him. This is pre-mobile phones. We're talking 1989. So later on Friday, not being able to get through to their number one person, here's the stroke of luck that I needed. They rang the number two person on the list, and that was me. Of course, I was able to start on Monday morning, and so luck got me that break. Now it's up to me. My job hours were 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock. Basically, the hours that the market was open, plus a little bit after the market had closed, just to make sure that all the trades had matched. If there was a mismatch with another investment bank, I had to go and figure that out and find out what was right or wrong. So 8 till 5 are my hours, but I decided I'm not working 8 till 5. I got in at 6. And I wouldn't leave some days till 7 or even later than that. I decided I needed to stand out. I needed to look different from everybody else. I wanted to learn everything I could about trading. I spoke to the traders, to the assistants, to the management. I walked around other desks in that investment bank, talking to people, learning everything I could learn. And I would work every hour that I could work. And I knew that hard work would be important. Here's the other thing, humility. I knew my place on that desk. I was the lowest on that desk out of about a dozen people there, traders, assistant traders, other ticket writers. I was the lowest. I was the newest. Now, there was a job that no one else wanted to do, and that was the breakfast run. In fact, everybody else refused. The other assistant traders, the other ticket writers, they refused to do it. I did the breakfast run. It was horrible. Every trader, every person on the desk wanted something from a different shop. This guy wanted a ham sandwich from this shop. This guy wanted an egg and bacon roll from that shop. And they were very particular. This guy wanted coffee from here, orange juice from there. I had to traipse all over the city of London in the freezing winter of 1989 to find and get all these things. There were no thanks. If you got one thing wrong, they would just yell at you. It was a horrible job. I hated it. Everybody hated it. But I was the only one that did it. I accepted my place. My place was at the bottom. I knew that, and I just knew that I had to do things that no one else wanted to do. Now, there was another thing here in that it was such a horrible job that I actually decided that I would charge the traders slightly more than the sandwich shops were charging me. So you could say I was trading breakfasts before I was even trading the markets. But no one complained. And for me, that was just part of the job. So in that cold winter, humility, I knew was part and parcel of what my job needed to be. Now, if we fast forward to May of 1990, the Nikkei is crashing. Traders are losing money. Two traders in particular are losing large amounts. Management decided that they needed to make changes, and they were going to demote those two traders and promote one trader to take over a sort of large joint book. And I got the job. Now, this caused all sorts of consternation on the desk. When I asked them afterwards, why did I get the job? There were numerous people on that desk that had been there longer that should have got that job. They made 2 points. Number one, hard work. We've seen you working hard. We've seen you staying late. And we like that fact that you're working hard and you're prepared to do that. And secondly, humility. These markets are tough right now. We know they're difficult. They need a trader who has that humility, who is humble, who knows his place, who's not trying to take on these market conditions. And they said, you showed those signs. That's what we want. So that's how I stood out. If we look at the story, persistence got me the interview. Luck got me the job. Hard work made me stand out. And then humility as well made me the right person at that time for that job. Now, of course, it was up to me to make the most of that opportunity, become a good trader and excel and do well. And that's a whole different story. But what I hope to have shown is these are the things that will get you forward. So make sure, ask yourself, what am I prepared to do? If I want to become a trader, what are you prepared to do in order to get there? How persistent are you? How much are you pushing? It's not easy. There are lots of people chasing these jobs. You know, I'm delighted that with the Norden method, I've helped people go from a retail trader to jobs at hedge funds and even in investment banks. And even right now, I'm helping hedge funds select traders from my community, which is great. And I love the fact I'm able to help and mentor traders to get that way. And with the teaching that we're doing, we're helping traders develop the skills to do so. But you also need that hard work, persistence, and humility. So I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about the story of my story and what's your own story, and tell me what you're trying to do to succeed in this business.